Now there are three types of beer guests that you'll serve: the beer beginner, the beer enthusiast, and the beer expert. Each guest is looking for a great experience, so it's your job to help find the perfect beer to make that experience happen. The beer beginner. This guest enjoys beer but will not know specific beer styles. They will know the flavors that they like, and chances are they're not going to be real adventurous. This guest will appreciate beer descriptions that use more appealing language than technical information. To find the perfect beer for this guest, ask them questions to pinpoint the style they like.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
Have you two decided on a beer I can get going for you?
No, I actually don't know what to drink.
Okay, great. Well, I think I can help you find a style that you'll like. What kind of beer do you normally like to drink?
Oh, I don't usually drink beer. I'm more of a wine drinker.
Okay. Well, I can help you try to find a flavor that'll fit for you. What kind of flavors do you like in your drinks?
Probably a more fruity flavor.
Great. I have a recommendation for you. Our white ale. It's an easy drinking wheat beer brewed with coriander and orange peel. It's got those nice citrus flavors. It'll be great beer fit for you.
Okay, I'll give that a shot.
Excellent. For you, sir?
We'll do the house IPA.
Great. I'll get those beers going. I'll be right back.
All right, thanks.
That was a great suggestion for this beer beginner. The server used a beer description that was definitely more appealing, focusing on the flavor of the beer. Now let's learn about our beer enthusiast. Most of your guests will fit into this category. These guests will usually have a favorite beer style and will be able to describe the flavors that they like and the ones that they don't. Enthusiasts are more likely to ask you questions about our beer because they know what they're looking to try. Listen to what they ask, as it will clue you in on what beer to suggest. The enthusiast is looking for beer suggestions that are a balance of appealing and accurate descriptions.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you two doing today?
Pretty great. How are you?
Fantastic. Have you two been to Rock Bottom before?
No, this is our first time.
Excellent. Well, since it's your first time in, let me take a little opportunity to tell you a little bit about us. We are a full-fledged brewery, as you can see from the fermentation vessels behind me. We do have everything from Kolsch to our dark beers. They're all crafted in-house by our brewmaster. What you're looking at right here is our beer fresh sheet. It's going to have basic descriptions of all of our house beers if you'd like to take a look at that. If you're looking for a suggestion, I personally love the Red Ale. It is one of my favorite. It is very flavorful, it's complex, it's very well balanced. If either of you would like to start with that.
I was kind of looking for a stout, but I don't see one.
The stout, I do have a porter that's under our specialty dark right here right now. That is going to be very similar to what you're looking for. It's going to have the roasted coffee undertones as well as chocolate. And then it's just a little bit more hoppy with a clean finish.
That sounds great. I'll take one of those.
Excellent. I'll grab that for you. And for you, sir? The Red Ale?
Yeah,
excellent.
really
Let me grab pints of those for both of you and I'll be right back.
Sweet, thanks.
Thanks.
That was another great suggestion and beer description. The server in the scene used the question the guest asked to learn about the style of beer he preferred. Even though we didn't have a stout on the menu, the server was able to find a beer that matched the guest's needs. The description of the beer balanced accurate information, which highlighted the hoppiness and brewing process with appealing language about the taste of chocolate and roasted coffee. We have learned a lot about the beer beginner and the beer enthusiast. Now let's learn how to make a perfect suggestion to a beer expert, the beer expert. Occasionally, you'll have the opportunity to serve a beer expert. These guests know more about beer than you, and that's okay. Beer experts usually reveal themselves by the very specific questions they ask about stuff most guests don't care about. Don't let their knowledge intimidate you. You know enough about our beer to make a perfect suggestion. For the beer expert, beer suggestions need to focus on the technically accurate information more than the appealing descriptions.
So since you guys have been here before, you know all about our fresh crafted ales and lagers, but what you may not know is Dan, our brewmaster, just tapped our seasonal Rocktoberfest. It's an amber lager made with 2 different kinds of malts for a bittersweet caramel flavor. And so if you're interested in that or any of our other beers that we have, you can check out our fresh sheet right here for descriptions of the beers. Guys, I love beer. I can answer any questions that you may have about the beer. Does anything look good?
I think I'm gonna go with Molly's Titanic Brown Ale.
Awesome, that's a great beer. What about you?
I had an Oktoberfest the other night that had Munich malts in it. You said the Rocktoberfest has 2 malts. What are they?
Well, Dan uses the Munich and Vienna malts, and he also hops it with Liberty hops.
I love Liberty hops too. I'll give that a try.
Awesome, I'll go grab those for you guys.
See what I mean? The beer expert wants to know everything about a beer. You have to be prepared to answer those questions because it demonstrates our commitment and passion for our beer. Anytime you're stumped and don't know how to answer a beer question, don't worry. Just get your brewer or a manager to help out. So we've learned a lot about how to make perfect suggestions to our 3 types of beer guests: the beginner, the enthusiast, and the expert. But there's one more type of guest you will occasionally serve. That's the no beer guest. That's right. Occasionally guests choose to visit us for other reasons than our beer. Crazy, right? But just remember, if guests let you know that they are not interested in our beer, don't keep suggesting that they try one. This comes off as pushy and irritating to most guests. Offer a cocktail, a glass of wine, or a soft drink. Remember, great service is about giving the guests what they want and not what you want to sell.